Alright, which character pictured here had the most justifiable motive for their actions? I was gonna pick Scar until I saw Dracula and instantly knew it was him. After meeting Lisa, Dracula genuinely began to understand and value humanity. This man traveled the world like we did, helping probably countless people along his journey, just to come back to his home destroyed and wife killed by the very people she was trying to help. Bro, she was really killed for learning medicine. And he gave them 1 year to make some type of amends, to take some type of accountability, some acknowledgement of their wrongdoing, but instead they chose to celebrate. They threw a whole party for killing his wife. They deserved every bit of what they got. This line from Dracula will always hit deep.
There are no innocents, not anymore. Any one of them could have stood up and said, no, we won't behave like animals anymore.
Dracula deserved better. Alright, if I could get the abilities of one of these characters, which one would I choose? Prime All Might or Itachi with no sickness? Now Itachi does have a more diverse array of abilities, but even without the sickness, Itachi still doesn't have an eternal Mangekyo, so eventually I still will go blind. Sasuke didn't have his Mangekyo for long, and look how quickly his eyes started to go bad. But with All Might's abilities, there's no drawback. Remember, Deku was the only user who really struggled with the power because he got it at such a young age. A sick and weak All Might was still a monster.
He's not just powerful, he is power. This man is the most unstoppable force in the world. He's the greatest hero on Earth.
Bakugo said this and All Might wasn't even trying. This is the same man who changed the weather with a single punch. The same man who 1v1 all for one twice and won. So All Might for me.
Because I am here.
Oh yeah, Kurosaki, I'm back, boy, and I want my run back. I want my get back. Oh, don't play with me. You don't even want to see my new moves, boy. I ain't playing with you. Ooh, I'm about to whoop yo.
A few moments later.
And you know, Kisuke was telling me this thing that y'all do called friendship. Before we get our run back, I was hoping we could try that first. You know what I'm saying? Just to learn new experiences. I want to learn new things first. You know, so let's just be friends. Let's just be friends.
Alright, who's the better representation of strength in their verse? Yoriichi from Demon Slayer or Gojo from JJK? Now, I am an anime only for the most part, and I think I've done a decent job of not getting spoiled too much on both series, so I am basing this off of what I've seen in the anime so far. And for me, it's 100% Yoriichi. See, in JJK, there are beings that could give Gojo a fight and win. They have already shown that Yoriichi absolutely bodied Muzan back in the day. That Muzan, the main antagonist of Demon Slayer, that fear of Yoriichi is still in Muzan till this day. That's why Muzan hates Tanjiro so much, because he reminds him of Yoriichi. There's a reason why Tanjiro started using Every breathing style we've seen in the show came from sun breathing. A robot needed 6 arms just to mimic Yoriichi's breathing style. So every Demon Slayer we've seen can't even hold a candle to Yoriichi. So Yoriichi for me. Alright, let's talk about Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra. Off rip, the graphics look absolutely incredible. For a split second, I thought it was going to be a live action movie. Now, if the gameplay matches the same quality as the graphics, this game is going to be
Perfection.
Cap is my boy. I just want to ruin people's day with that shield. And this Cap seems more brash, more of an asshole, so I'm curious to see how his character progresses throughout the story.
But I know who you are, Captain. America's hero, dancing around in red, white, and blue underwear.
And is that Cyborg voicing Black Panther? My boy just love playing Kings now. Just looking at how he moves, I'm really hoping his gameplay is more Assassin's Creed-like. So this is T'Challa's grandfather, Azuri. Apparently you're going to be able to play as 2 other characters that I'm not too familiar with, but I hope they make them just as much as fun to play as Cap and Black Panther. We still gotta see more, but right now this game has my curiosity. Alright, which character shown here had the best revenge tour? For my money, it's Mr. Eren Yeager. That man went on a worldwide revenge tour. Eren was the true definition of,
I mean, I know I'm gonna get got, but I'm gonna get mine more than I get got though.
After all the pain and suffering the world brought upon him and his people, remember, they were coming to exterminate them all. So Eren activated the Rumbling, aka the ultimate Uno reverse card. Eren dropped 80% of the population. There's no topping that. The world could have just left them alone. You poke the bear long enough, the bear is eventually going to strike back. Even when Eren's friends were still begging for a peaceful outcome, Eren was like,
There's your piece.
And Aaron definitely got his get back, so I'm going with him. Bro was a menace. Alright, which character shown here has to be Jump? Technically, all of them need to be Jump, but I'm gonna go with Sukuna. Now, hear me out. Every other person on this list has one person that can beat them 1v1. As strong as Broly is, he's probably not seeing Beerus, or Jiren, or the Angel. Hashirama has always had moderate number. All Might beat All For One twice. Ichigo has beaten Aizen, and Yorichi has bitched Muzan in the past. In JJK, who is beating Sukuna by themselves? And before you say Gojo, we don't know that yet. I'm in anime only, so manga readers, let me know, has Sukuna lost yet, and was it 1v1? Plus, JJK redefined jumping in anime. They turned jumping into an art form. Plus, the few times Sukuna did run the ones with someone, it's been
Game over, man. It's game over.
so Sukuna for me. Alright, what's the best fight shown here? Off rip, all these fights are very underrated, but I think the best one is Danzo versus Sasuke. To make it brief, all the craziness that happened during the 5 Kage Summit was because Sasuke wanted to kill Danzo for his role in the Uchiha massacre. But this was also the debut of one of the most broken Sharingan abilities, the Izanagi, pretty much rewriting reality at the cost of one eye, which is why Danzo had a bunch of them on his arm. And despite Sasuke losing himself to his hatred, he was still able to come up with a plan to counter it. The second he realized he could place Danzo on the Genjutsu, he started to relentlessly attack Danzo, getting him to use up all of his eyes, then place a subtle Genjutsu on him to make him think he still had one eye left. And that's what got him in the end. And this is the moment my boy went fully to the dark side. Seeing Danzo run for his life and Sasuke hitting him with that I'm him walk is still one of my favorite moments in Naruto. Yeah, out of the 6, this is the best.
Now that's battling with your eyes. Never mock the Uchiha.